Braney from Spencer Cable Access, and I am here today with Lorraine Kiritsis, the president of the Camp Marshall Board of Directors, and Kristi Elwood, the new Camp Center Director, to talk about the gem that we have in Spencer, Camp Marshall. And many of you know that Camp Marshall is one of the proud presenters in the Spencer Christmas Parade of Lights. And so perhaps you've wondered where that beautiful float has come from. And these ladies today will talk a little bit about camp and its involvement in Spencer and in the activities for young people. So first, I want to welcome Kristi as the new director. Yep. And say that Lorraine has been involved with the camp since it was 4-H camp and Worcester County Camp 4-H Camp Center, but not for all 75 years.
No.
But since she was a camper herself and worked in camp and then became one of the 4-H educators that was responsible for a lot of activity at the camp. And now she's come full circle on the board of directors. And Kristi is a special education professional and has come to our town to take over the reins. And Kristi, would you like to talk a little bit about your background and why you landed at camp?
Sure. I have been in special education for about 13 years. I'm an ABA and a registered behavior technician. I work with students who are on the autism spectrum and have special needs. It's something that I love doing. I love working with children. I love seeing them succeed. I was drawn to Camp Marshall because I was looking for a summer position, and I came to interview, and I just immediately fell in love with the property and the people there, and I'm just so grateful to be there and to be a part of it. It's a really special place.
It is a special place, and Lorraine and I both know that because we both grew up there.
True.
So what are your what's happening right now with camp? Maybe Lorraine, you could talk a little bit about it because
Sure.
It's changed a little bit.
It has changed a little bit, but we're in the process of a rebirth, and we're very fortunate. We're so thankful that we found Kristi. She joined us in mid-season last summer, which is hard to do, and we were so impressed with how good she was with the staff. You know, teenage and young adult staff, that's a hard audience to work with the children themselves and with the parents. And it just seemed like such a good connection for us. And we're so thankful.
And so what are some of the things that you plan to do this summer in terms of programs and structure?
So this year we're planning on adding some new programs that we're excited about. We're adding a STEAM program, which I think is going to be really exciting for the kids and the parents as well. We are also bringing back some old favorites that weren't there last year. Archery and riflery will be coming back this year, so we're excited about that. We do have a new program director who's been working very hard behind the scenes and trying to help develop these programs with me. Our survival program is being revamped. We're very excited about this season. I think that it's going to be.
Maybe you could talk a little bit about STEAM.
STEAM stands for Science, Technology, Engineering, Art, and Math. So it's a little bit of everything. It could be anything from robotics to magnets, building volcanoes, doing art projects, any type of engineering program or project as well, building structures. So we're pretty excited about that as well.
And the survival program?
The survival program is designed to teach kids how to essentially survive outside, obviously on a small scale because they're children, but basic things like being able to mark a trail, find your way through the woods with supervision, building a small structure for if you needed to spend the night out in the woods and you needed, someplace to be warm and dry, things like that. So I think that was something that we used to do, and the kids used to love, so we're bringing that back as well.
And you have residential and day camp?
We have both, yes, residential and day camp, correct.
You might want to talk a little bit about where the kids live for the residential part.
Mm-hmm. So our overnight campers stay in cabins on what we call lower grounds, closer to the waterfront. They are rustic cabins, but we are excited that we are adding indoor lighting this year. So that's
Thanks to the ARPA funds.
Yes, thanks to the ARPA funds from the town. So that's exciting. Yes. We have two sides. One is Hampshire side, one is Worcester side. Essentially boys and girls side. So it is a co-ed camp, but they stay in obviously separate cabins on separate sides.
And then for meals?
For meals, they come up to Andrews Hall, which is on upper grounds. They get up in the morning, they come up for breakfast. They have breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And we also have snacks and a snack shack that they can go to during the day to get different things as well.
And what about showers and those kinds of facilities?
Yep. We have, on boys' side, we have a bathroom that has individual showers as well as individual bathrooms. And on girls' side, we have the same as well as a separate shower trailer because generally speaking, the girls are in there a little bit longer or they might need it a little bit more, but we have another separate shower trailer, so we have plenty of space for showers.
And you also have the horse program, correct?
We do, yes. So we have day horse camp as well as overnight horse camp, and that is something that's run by our equine manager. So that has been something that's been very popular. The kids really love learning about the horses.
You don't have to own a horse to participate.
You do not. No, we have horses there. We do have a bring your own horse program where there are some kids that will bring their own horse, but mainly they come and use our horses. Yep.
So what are your times this summer? What weeks are you going to be holding camp?
Our first week, which we call week A, is June 23rd. That is day camp only. And then the following week will be our first week of overnight camp.
And what are the days of the week for overnight camp?
So the campers arrive on Sunday afternoon around 2 o'clock, and they leave on Friday afternoon about the same time, 2-3 o'clock in the afternoon.
And so you have a website, campmarshallcenter.org, that would give the dates and the programming that's going on for those weeks. What about fees? What do you charge for camp?
So that is also on the website as well. I could go through all of the different fees, but it might take a little bit of time. Day camp, overnight camp, horse camp, they're all a little bit different. So I do suggest going to the website, campmarshallcenter.org, and everything is right there for everyone to look at.
We do provide some camperships for children that are in need,
and that information is, and the application forms are on the website as well. The campership forms, so where do the kids come from to go to camp?
That's a good question.
From what I've seen, all over. I mean, we have campers that have been returning for several years. We have campers who their parents went to camp. They've been involved for so long. We have new campers that have just found out through, we've done several camp fairs, so they're coming from there. I've had people reach out to me from New Hampshire, Maine, so they're coming from all over, really.
We also have a couple of special programs. We have the Rainbow Program, which is a group of kids that come in with their counselors from the city of Worcester. They come every day during the week, and they do their own programs. They train their own counselors, and they also participate in our swimming, and they take their meals from us. And the other thing that we have, which is pretty exciting, we just got word that we received it again this year, was a grant from the National Guard, and that's for children whose parents are deployed, or who families that where the children have suffered some kind of a loss, or dealing with like PTSD, their parents or whatever, and they participate in our programs, and then they also bring their own staff that helps with like counseling them, and they have some ways to connect, and just different ways to integrate with the kids that are attending camp, but also have a chance to get together within themselves and realize they're not the only ones.
Yeah, very excited to have them back.
Yeah.
And so we've talked about the staffing for the two special programs. What kind of staffing do you have for your program?
So we have lifeguards, waterfront director. We have a variety of different counselors, general counselors, horse camp counselors that we would want someone who has probably a little bit more experience around animals. We have just been very fortunate to hire a new head kitchen manager that we're very excited about. He's going to be fabulous.
He's local.
He's
Carter
local.
Bemis.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yes. So we
People
feel really
people will
fortunate about
recognize
that.
that
Yes.
name, yeah.
He's excited.
Yes, we're excited to have him. I'm still looking for a nurse, if there are any nurses out there that are looking for a summer position. And we have our assistant camp director and our program director.
And the counselors, are those generally high school students? College students?
It varies both, yes. So we
And
have
international.
Yes, we do have some international counselors that we bring in through Inter-Exchange and Camp America, which is great because it gives everybody an opportunity to learn something about a different culture, and it gives them the opportunity to come here and spend the summer here. So yeah, it ranges in age.
And then there used to be CITs as well?
We do have CITs as well.
Those
Yep.
are counselors in training, so some of your campers move up.
Yes, they do. We have actually, I hired, I think, 2 so far counselors this year that used to be counselors in training and have now graduated to become full-fledged counselors. So it's exciting to see the development and, these people who just keep coming back because they love the camp so much.
Yes, there is something about camp that
There really is.
really draws one to it. But you're still looking for staff.
We are, yes.
Is the application process on the website as well?
The application is on the website, absolutely. I do have a few postings on Indeed as well, and if anyone wants to contact me directly, very simple. It's just Kristi@campmarshallcenter.org. Feel free to email me, and I'd love to interview anybody that's interested.
We will repeat these at the end,
Sure.
the links at the end as well. Now, you also recently received ARPA funds, and you did mention that ARPA is some of the federal money that came from as a result of the COVID pandemic, and the town of Spencer gave ARPA funds to a variety of institutions, including businesses and nonprofits. And you were one of the nonprofits that submitted a successful application. Would you like to talk about some of the improvements? You mentioned lights in the cabins, and trust me, lights in the cabins. The flashlights, when we were there, we used to have flashlights. And if your battery went dead, oh no. But real lights in the cabins?
Yeah, we're very excited about that. We were very fortunate to receive 3 ARPA grants from the town of Spencer. One is for improvements in the cabin and grounds area. One is for staff training as well as programming, and the other is for improvements in the barn and stable area. So we're very excited to be able to be starting to make those improvements. As I mentioned, the lighting, we're excited about that. It's solar lighting, which is very exciting. We are also looking at making some paths down by the cabins to make it a little bit more clear for walking around down there. Some improvements.
Accessible.
Yes, more
Yeah.
accessible.
Accessible?
Yes. We're looking to make some improvements to our barns where the horses are, and very excited that we're going to have a very robust staff training this year, thanks to that as well. So
That was
very
one of the
grateful.
things that we really noticed this past summer was, the kids, both the campers and the staff have been through a lot with having missed time at school and having missed time in connecting with others during the pandemic, and it was it was still a little bit evident. So we really wanted to focus on making sure that they were very well trained in safety and very good in terms of connection,
Yeah.
like
Staff
ways
bonding.
that they could bond with each other, ways that they could bond with the campers, ways that they could encourage the campers to bond with each other. So
And so generally, the each counselor is assigned to a cabin, and how many kids in each cabin? Or
For
two counselors?
generally
Two
Two counselors,
Mhm.
and how many kids?
10.
Generally
10.
about 10.
And good. And then the counselors, when they're not with the kids, oversee other portions of the program, correct?
Correct. Each one will have their own program that they're running.
Now, in addition to running camp, you also rent the facilities or allow other people to use facilities?
We do, yes. We do a variety of events and rentals. That's also up on the website if anyone wants to check it out. We have weddings that come through. We have different LARP groups that come and rent our property. We have the powwow that comes every year.
They've been coming for a very
Yes,
long
they
time.
have. Yes.
Yes.
Graduation parties, birthday parties, you name it.
Now, in addition to renting the main camp facilities, do you still board the horses or have programs for horse shows, facilities for other organizations?
We do. We are still offering boarding for people who need to board their horses. We also do have our horse show series as well as a Gymkhana series. So the Gymkhana starts next month in May, I believe is the first date. Also up on the website, Facebook. And then the Central Mass Horse Show series will be at our facility again this year as well. Yep.
You have quite a variety of activities and
Yes.
opportunities. In the regular camp, just to jump back to that for a minute, we did talk a little bit about you mentioned archery and riflery and the survival and STEAM. What are some of the other things that the kids might have the opportunity to learn about when they're there?
Sure. Yeah. We have arts and crafts, boating. Our fishing is now part of survival, but there will be fishing as well. Dance and drama is another thing that the kids really enjoy, and we work in a music class as well as part of that.
And so, do they pre-select when they are when they sign up for camp, some of these programs?
So
or-
when they come on Sunday, when they register, they select the courses that they'll take that week.
And so it's in once upon a time in camp, it was one program, and in the morning you did swimming, and then
Right.
you did archery, and but now they have other
They
options.
do have
Yeah.
choices. Yeah.
And what about the future? What do you see coming down the line?
Well, I think last year and this year, and I would say probably in the next 5 years, we're looking at, our rebirth process and trying to, in some ways, bring back some of the things that everyone loves so much about Camp Marshall, but then also bring in some new things, and improve the quality of the grounds thanks to the ARPA funds. And at this point, that's really what we're thinking. Obviously, we're really interested in having a really high quality, top notch summer camp for kids, and making sure that they have a great experience when they come.
And then for people who want to see camp up close and personal, you are planning an open house.
We are planning an open house. We will have more information on that soon. It should be in May. We're waiting till the weather gets just a little bit better. It hasn't been great so far, so we want to make sure that people can come out and have a nice time and not get rained on or be
Or
cold.
snowed on.
Or
Yes,
snowed
or snowed on. But yes, we are planning an open house in the very near future, so people can come tour the camp, see the changes that are happening, and meet some of the staff, and we're excited about that.
That's great. And so right now, if you wouldn't mind repeating the website,
Sure.
and you have a Facebook page and any other contact information you'd like to share so that people can find out about the open house, sign up
Yep.
for
Absolutely.
sessions this summer.
Perfect. Our camp website is campmarshallcenter.org. We do have both a Facebook and an Instagram page, so please feel free to check it out. We've been updating it constantly recently. Again, if there's anyone looking for employment opportunities, please visit the website or contact me directly at Kristi, that's KRISTI, at campmarshallcenter.org as well.
And they can always call
Can
the
always call the
office.
office.
The telephone number is the same, 508-885-4891.
Thank you very much. Well, ladies, it was delightful learning about camp. Thank you so much for coming and for sharing the information. And for the folks around here, if you live in Spencer or if you don't live in Spencer, we do have this gem in our town, and we look forward to inviting all of the young people and their parents to join us at Camp Marshall. This is Mary Braney with Lorraine Kiritsis and Kristi Elwood. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.